What's going on, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back. Glad you made it. It's a so-so production. We're doing it on Friday, January the 12th, 2024. Thank you for joining me. If it's your first time, buckle up, buckle down. Where can you find these videos? Every Wednesday and Friday, dropped on Instagram. Follow me there if you like it. If you don't, keep doing it anyway. Subscribe on YouTube for the full-length videos. Click that subscribe button. Help your boy, help yourself, because with so many things going on in and around the world, in your personal life, in my life, in your life, in everybody's life, you might forget. And it's a nice little reminder to get the videos in full length. And if you want them chopped up pieces, where are they at again? Instagram, that's where they're at. And if you're like, man, I like to fiscally, financially support the show because I like what I see. I like the snowballing effect. I like the fact that we're rolling down a hill. I like things the way they're moving, and I like to be a contributor. And how can you do that? Patreon.com/RobSadger. I'm glad you are. Thank you for joining me once again. If you've been with me from the get-go, sometimes you get ahead of yourself. But why don't you slow it down there? Why don't you slow it down? Or why don't we just speed it up once again? Or why don't we slow it down? And just because we're a cool, calm, collected bunch, but also we'll speed it up. So if you, what were we even talking about? It doesn't matter. If you've been with me from the get-go is what I was trying to say. Sending all the love right back to you, wherever you're at, whether you're here in Canada, down south in the United States of America, further down south than that, Mexico, crossing the border, down south into the South Americas. We're taking a ferry, we're taking a ship, we're taking a yacht, we're taking two yachts, we're taking a mini boat on a yacht with a jacuzzi, dude. Titties floating on the jacuzzi, going all the way to Africa. We're making a stop in Europe, over there in Asia, Middle East, Papua New Guinea, hello New Zealand, Australia, Madagascar, Cuba, Jamaica, Senegal, Portugal, Italy, Spain, France, my francophones. Back right here again in the Quebecois. The Wagwan, everybody. Wagwan. Hope you're all doing well. Hope your tits are nice and perky. Hope your nuts are shaved or not. Whatever you're rocking, I'm supporting you. Sip to the gang. Slurp, slurp, baby. Put it down. Put that cock down right now. Sit down. You've been slurping long enough. Get off the box. Take your tongue out her box. She is fully satisfied. Time for another sort of satisfaction. You did good, boy. You did good, my boy. Proud of you out there, getting after it, whatever it is you're after. Hello, everybody. Let's sip to the gas. Friday. I'm excited. I hope you're excited too, wherever you are, just for the sake of life. What do we do around here? We have fun. Talk about everything and nothing as per usual. This, that, and the other. A lot of exciting events have been taking place, unfolding right in front of us. And today, one of the most exciting events that we're going to call it the focal point of this story. The focal point of this podcast today. What are we even talking about? Airlines, flight, taking flight, airplanes, things that float up in the air, tin cans floating in midair. They've been making a lot of news, a lot of headlines as of late, and it got me excited because I like flying. And as your captain, I'm saying that we're going to take this trip together. There might be some turbulence. We might go through some whatevs, dude. Who knows what the forecast holds out there? Windy conditions? Maybe. Precipitation? Yes. Freezing rain? Absolutely. Do airplanes come with windshield wipers? I've never actually paid attention. That you must. I assume so, but if not, that also makes sense because you're going super fast. Actually, as a pilot, I should know this. I'm gonna say no. I've never seen, in my line of work at least as a pilot, I've never seen windshield wipers on an airplane. Why would you even need those? You're going so fast anyway, if anything, unless there's a giant bird taking a doo-doo on your windshield, then but will that just get wiped? Because it's super fast. And a little bit of, you go through a cloud, it's like a car wash, but for airplanes, free of charge. So what are we even talking about? Airplanes, they've been making a lot of news. They've been going down, not safely, some of them safely, but some of them not so safely either. So not so safely either. And as your captain, I like to say that no matter what, should anything go awry during this flight, I want you to know that I'm the first one who strapped a nice little friggin' parachute to my backpack. I'm just riding with I got two. I got one on me and I got one underneath my seat at all times because that's the way I feel safe. And my safety, as a pilot, my safety comes with, because if I'm not safe, then you're not safe out there. So you might not have any parachutes, but I want you to know there is definitely one, possibly two. Maybe I have another backup for myself just in case. You never know. You know what I mean? You might hit it off with somebody on the airplane as a pilot and you're like, maybe this could be a thing. I might want to save a lady. Just saying. Just saying. But that's, rest assured, I'll be okay. And if anything does go awry, I'll be the first to eject out of the. And you're like, how does that help? Again, less pilots, more regular people. We can't afford to lose pilots. Probably not. We can't probably afford to lose people either. I'm just saying, pilots far more rare, and but that's and that at least up until like now, given technology is going to be advancing and improving, who knows? These planes might be just autopiloted and AI driven by a friggin' bot. But until then, I am just bring me a Coke, bring me some whiskey, chop up a couple of lines, bring me a hot co-pilot. All right, and we'll get this bad boy up in the air. Until the AI comes with until then, you got nothing to worry about because I am safe. But I want you guys to be safe too. And secondly, most importantly, right after my own safety as a pilot, I like to make sure my passengers are safe. And that is why a lot of things have been happening. I noticed the Boeing airplanes. One of them, dude, one of those companies, the airplanes have been making news because parts of it have been just imploding or coming apart. I don't even know, dude. It's been, doors have been just popping off mid-air, mid-flight, and people are being sucked out of the airplane, dude. There have people been sucked out of airplanes, fam. People holding on to the side of the door as the wind is blowing in their mouth and in their nostrils, and a couple of ladies just, their badges just blew out, and a couple of fellas too, because the wind is, high pressure wind gets in your dick hole, son, that'll just rip you a new, larger dick hole, which would make any, if you're passing kidney stones, that'll be a benefit down the line. Yes, bleeding dick hole mid-air because the friggin', the door popped open, whatevs, dude, yes. Might seem like a dire circumstance now, but later when it comes down to it, you've not been drinking enough water, kidney stones, it'll just slip, or you can pass the largest kidney stones, show it off to your family, just go put it on somebody's table. There's a kidney stone for you. You're welcome. But that's what it is, fam. I don't, how do we remedy this as a pilot? Because that's what it is. I take precautionary measures whenever I want to take flight. A lot of people complain about getting on the plane and finding themselves right next to a really, obese fatty, a chunky monkey. And you're like, God damn, why can people be more skinny when they're taking flights, dude? There should at least be like, there should be and that's not up to me. Maybe there should be do we charge double for people who are hefty, who are large and in charge, or charge them the samesies, but when the fuselage and when that suction door fucking pops open or window breaks or whatever, get them cheeked up ladies or cheeked up fellas and put them right there wherever it's easy. It's super easy because they got a lot of meat. You can just block the entryway with their body, and that way there's no more people hanging off the side of the airplane, holding on to dear life, wondering if they're going to be able to hold on until we make a safe landing. No, none of that. Just get a fatty with a tight booty, stick it right there, dude. Block whatever. If it's a window, put her ass there. If it's a door, bring that fellow over here, turn him around, and just pop his ass right into the door. No more air being sucked out of the airplane. Oxygen levels are right there, dude. Equilibrium, that's what we like to achieve. The oxygen levels on this plane, never low, never high either. Just fucking right there wherever we need them, I think. But that's what it is. So make use of different bodies, and that's perhaps every plane should actually, we should, sometimes you might go on a plane, might not see a fatty. Sometimes you might see everybody's just whatever. You might go on a flight that everybody's got them average bodies. Maybe we should make it a point to make sure that every flight comes with an obese person, a couple of obese people, 2, 3, 4, 5 obese people. Any sort of hole, any sort of door, window, anything pops open, just stick them right there, plugged up. And that's how we make use of everybody, because that's what it is. Sure, it's nice to, if nothing goes wrong, it'd be nice to just sit right next to an average sized person who's in their own space. Great, fantastic. But God forbid something happens, an unexpected opening. And I know we all like holes out there, but unexpected ones, if you're not ready or you get the wrong hole, what happened there? All I'm saying is make use of everybody. You don't need to go out there and be like, oh, do I gotta get on Ozempic? Do I gotta, everybody's like, oh, do I gotta get on these new vibrating pills? Do I gotta swallow this vibrating pill and have it go down into my belly and my tum tum and start melting and vibrating and my tum tum activating something, a vibration in your tum tum, sending signals to your brain indicating that you're full and you're no longer hungry, so you don't have to eat, but you're still technically hungry. None of that. Keep your weight. A few people. Not everybody needs to be. I want people to be healthy, obviously, but like also a few chunky monkeys wouldn't hurt in case you need to plug something up. So I'm saying don't get everybody on Ozempic. Don't put everybody on them vibrating pills. Some people we need to maintain a good fucking, I need somebody to be more well-rounded. I just need somebody to be like, okay, we got a hole, no worry. Fucking, Jimmy's on it right there. Do you feel me? Alex just got that. He's got the fucking, right there, dude. One of them cheeks, plug it right up. You're safe. You're good to go. But that's the thing too. I do see all this Ozempic. I do see the vibrating diet pills that are, I don't even know what that is, dude. What is that, fam? Vibrating pills? It's got springs, it's got mechanisms, it's tiny and it's gonna vibrate. How's that gonna work, dude? But it's also satisfactory to know that you are gonna be losing weight if that's the route that you're gonna take, and also getting a little bit of a tinkle in your, in your stinker. Why not, dude? I don't know which end you're gonna take it in. If it vibrates, I wanna say anus first. You're not swallowing that via mouth hole. Put it in the ass, I think. It just makes sense. If it's vibrating, it just makes sense. Or the vag for the ladies. Either or. You got to get it inside you one way or another. But it is nice to know that medicine is also bringing a little bit of pleasure. Regular fucking pills don't vibrate, dude. These pills that we made together, they vibrate. And they will have, you'll be coming, you'll be jizzing, and you'll be squirting. You'll be creaming your pants, but also losing weight, which is great. Never the two have been combined up until now, because it is 2024. Does it come with any side effects? Maybe a little bit of internal bleeding. Maybe a little bit of, I'm getting, whatever. I'm having difficulty catching disease. I can't fall asleep. It's made my heart rate go up. Suicidal ideations. Oh my God, whatever, dude. All of a sudden you're, the bags under your eyes. Who knows? But at the same rate, you are losing weight, aren't you? A little bit of bleeding from the rectum. But at the same rate, you get to go home and say, hey, I'm 5 or 10 pounds lighter. I think that is a fair trade. I think that is, and you can't sue us, dude. You can't sue us. We made this. We can't, that's what it is. It comes with, nothing's perfect, all right? Nothing's perfect. Just because you're bleeding from your asshole, it's so easy to look at your asshole and be like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm bleeding. But did you not lose 5 pounds? Did you not just pass a liver right through your urethra? Win is all I see. So please, no more dieting, no more exercise. I don't want you to bother yourself. I don't want you to break a sweat. Put a vibrating pill up your ass. Yes, side effects might be that we'll find out in like 10, 20, 50 years. We will find out, definitely. Up until now, we don't know because it's brand new. But again, diet, exercise, old school, has worked for generations. You've seen statues of Greek gods just fucking, writing down fucking theories and philosophies, maybe taking young boys under their wings and under their, nether regions at times as well, but nonetheless, still being chiseled out and fucking writing stuff that still impacts us today. You're a Pythagoras. The point is, ladies and gentlemen, that there's different methods. But I saw all this. I saw, not only did I find a way to utilize some fatties out there, not only did I find a way to utilize new technology and advancements in science and medicine to help you lose a couple of pounds, but I also went ahead and thought about a couple of, new perspectives, new methods of, getting you to lose a couple extra pounds if that's the thing, if that's what you're going for. If you're like, oh man, I need to make a change, or you're a lady and you're like, man, I've 750 pounds. I like to lose a couple of pounds here and there. Got a very simple method. It is super simple, bulletproof method. This is what we do with your ass. This is what we're gonna do. You sign up. You don't actually sign up. You technically just give up all your belongings, all your material goods, possessions, all your money. We drop you off in the middle of any country really outside of North America. Outside of North America, we drop you off. You know, we'll try to keep you away from Western Europe as well. Pretty much anywhere else from that. With 3 months, no money, no wallet, just the clothes on your back, and you are to survive. And you're like, how do I do it? It doesn't matter. But guess what? By the time the 3 months is up, you'll be playing the xylophone on your ribs. That is a guarantee that I'm making right here, and I'm willing to make that. It's a guarantee, 100% bulletproof, money back guarantee. We're not going to give you any of your money back, but that's just something that we'll say. That is just something that we'll say. And if it doesn't work, hey man, there's 10 other people that have worked for. You're just being a friggin', and you're just trying to come in here and ruin something that's perfectly. It's a good product, and you're just trying to be a naysayer. And we say nay to that. So thank you very much. Get out of here with that shit. Drop your belongings. Quit your job. Give me all your credit cards. Give me your SIN number. Give me your birth certificate. Not me personally, but somebody at the company that we're building together. We've not built anything, but this is a great idea. I think seriously, if you get dropped off anywhere without any resources and you're a fatty, no money, you don't speak the language, nothing on your back but your clothes, let's go. How are you going to survive? And all this stress, all this, oh, am I going to get shanked in, the Balkans? Am I going to, how am I going to sleep on the train tracks? Should I sleep on the train tracks? Maybe you probably shouldn't sleep on the train tracks. You probably shouldn't. But again, if you sleep on the train tracks, you hear a choo-choo coming along, you get up every hour, you move a little bit, you're no longer just idle. You're not just sitting still. You're not just stationary. You're getting up. So these are all the things that I'm willing to do for you. We'll drop you off in the middle of the desert, dude. Just you, your bodily fluids that you carry with you, which is mostly made of piss, a little bit of piss, and that's it. Nothing else. No monies, no wallet, no ID. 3 months, and we will pick you up. If you still are alive in 3 months, we will pick you up. It'd be difficult to actually trace you because you have nothing on you. We'd remove your cell phone and after you lose a little bit of weight, it might be difficult to be like, who is this person? Is it really Sally? Sally comes back looking like a fucking bombshell after 3 months. Nobody's right. Yeah, right. So that might be a thing. We might not let you back in to reg society, but at the same rate, look at your life now. Fucking, twice the size. Tits are perky once again. You can see your nuts. Isn't it great, fella? You're welcome. Giving back to the community. You're welcome. You're welcome already. I did it free of charge. There could be charges. I don't know. We'll see. Sip to the gang. Hope you're doing well out there. Just random wishes, random thoughts that I've been having. I do wish that sometimes, the human body, it is changing, evolving constantly. I think more or less it's been the same for a really long time, but I guess if it comes down to it, if I had a wish, if I had my way, as a dude, as a fellow with nuts, as a biological male with two perfectly fine nuts, I do wish sometimes that they were attached to like a cord, or they were a little bit more stretchy so that I could like yank them and just have them at arm's reach. You know what I mean? Just play with them in the palm of my hand. Just one of those personal little stress ball or like concentration balls. Just whenever you need to give something a little ponder, think something over, big decisions to be made, grab your nuts, fella. Just, oh, what is this? Right there. Just twirl it around, ponder, think, come up with a solution, put it back in. You never lose them. But that's what it is. I'm not satisfied with the height of my nuts right now, because it's like whatevs. It's just like regular hangs. Hopefully the dream is, I wish everybody, gets to experience it. But if you live to 100, I'm hoping that around like 90 to 100, at least I'm hoping that gravity will do its thing. And I'm hoping that the skin will just like droop enough. When I'm 90 to 100, that's what I'll be doing, dude. I will be just drooling every once in a while, pondering something, taking out my nuts and playing with them, just as a form of concentration. Again, a method to think things over, a little bit of stress relief. Why not? So that's one thing that I do wish for. It's not a thing as of yet, obviously. I'll wait for Mother Nature to do its thing, but that's way down the line. So that's something that I wish I could do. I'm wondering if there's somebody out there with extra long nuts. If you are, please let us know how you fondle your long nuts. Does it help in terms of concentrating? Does it help you with thinking something over? Does it, have you ever handed it over to somebody else for them to, nothing sexual or anything like that. Have you ever just given it to somebody to be like, hey man, hey lady, you seem like you could use these nuts more than I could right now. Just give it to them. Did they ever, like, did somebody ever twirl around your nuts just to think things over? Did it have a calming, soothing effect? If so, please do share. How long are the longest nuts in the? I do wonder that if somebody's out there, because that's the thing too. We all talk about micro penises, extremely large penises, mid-sized penises. Nobody ever talks about the longest hang. I wonder what the longest hang is. Like maybe it's somebody like does it belong to an elderly person, or is it just some sort of like freak of nature, blessed with the gift of the hang, just drooping 2.5 feet, dude, just right there, scraping the floor. It's like the literal ball and chain. So if that's a thing, that should be a record, and it doesn't get somebody has it, because we do have different gifts, different abilities, and somebody, you're 8 feet tall, congratulations, here's a plaque from Guinness. Oh, you are ambidextrous. Oh, great, you are paraplegic, fantastic. You're quadriplegic, here's another plaque. Oh, you're playing basketball in a wheelchair, great. Pick up an extra injury, why not? Or whatever, dude. Everybody gets something, but the people with long nuts do not get the recognition that they need. Them and the labias also. The ladies with the longest labias, why is that not getting attention? Who has the longest labias? I want to know. And how long is it? Somebody's got to have not talking clit. I don't want somebody coming in here, again, I said labia. I want it to be distinct. I don't want you to think that, if you come in here with a clit that resembles a peen, that's a different record. I'm talking about labias, just long ass labias, dude. Some lady with a labia that's maybe 1.5 feet, 3 feet long. Who knows? You have to tuck it in, or pull it up and use little clips, or little just tie them up in a ribbon, tie them up in a bow or something. Please share with us. Write a comment if you're out there. We are looking for you. Guinness World Records is looking for you. Other world record keepers are looking for you. Take a picture. Don't DM me personally, but also maybe do the longest of labias only. I don't want reg labias, dude. But make a video is all I'm trying to say. Make a video, post it so that people can see, so that we could all be amazed, entertained, and delighted. At the end of the day, it's all about sharing. It's all about caring together. And ladies and gentlemen, just again, it's Friday. We're having fun. I hope you're doing well wherever you are. Sip to the gang once again. Man, oh man, ladies and gentlemen, it is, and I'll say this about the airplanes. We'll remain on the airplane topic for the remainder of the podcast, just because I feel like it. Let's go a little bit sideways. Could these airplanes, I did look up the statistics of how many plane crashes we do have on a yearly basis. Apparently around 28 to 30, globally speaking. That's pretty much every other week we do have a plane going down. So, you gotta if you're taking flights, if you're a frequent flyer, you're collecting points, you are, dropping out, you are landing and taking off left, right, and center, dude. Maybe it'd be good to get stats on plane crashes, see if that week there has been a plane crash. If yes, then you can be okay, there's already been one. So it's every other week. You're good for one, unless they come consecutively. Maybe 11 weeks in a year, it'll just be banged out in a row, and then the rest of the year is no crashes, no incidents. Or it could be 3 weeks consecutively, planes having issues, and then 3 weeks off. I don't know how it is, but roughly we're talking about 28 to 30. That's globally speaking. But also, I've been hearing these plane crashes or planes having issues more. But at the same time, we've been also hearing more news about UFOs, more news about UAPs. All that. There's been new videos or alleged videos. I don't know if they're legit. They're saying it's legit. I don't know who they is. I don't know who's taking these videos, clips from the videos. Legitimate people. As legitimate as it gets. I don't know. What do I know? All I'm saying is there's been new videos popping up with new sorts of, aerial phenomena or things that we don't know that are seemingly not belonging to us, seemingly not belonging to anybody else. At least nobody's taken claim. And one, I'm disappointed just because I gotta say, I've looked at, I don't know if you guys have seen this, there's 2 new videos or images that popped up. There's the one that's dubbed the jellyfish. There's a flying object that looks sort of kind of like a jellyfish, and then there's the chandelier. the floating chandelier. So these are, images that have been clipped and posted. People are talking about it. I'm disappointed looking at it. They don't seem like something that we could, I was hoping with, I wasn't hoping for like, just, I wasn't hoping to see another species right off the bat that looks somewhat like us, because I was hoping down the line we'd be able to, bone. Looking at the small jellyfish object, whatever it is, looking at the chandelier, none of these really seem like anything that we could fuck. I'm a little disappointed, frankly. I was hoping for like, a larger lady, a 10-foot lady, an 8-foot lady. Plural tits, you know what I'm saying? Extra boxes to go around. Maybe some for the ladies, who knows? The tentacle one could be a little bit, but it's too small. I'm not seeing anything that we could potentially work with as of yet. And that is the most important aspect of figuring out whether or not there are flying saucers or extraterrestrial beings out there. Who knows? Amongst the top things that we're concerned with globally, that is, because it's like, what are we doing here? Having said that, with all these new, a missing fuselage is in your background, is in your backyard. The fuselage just ended up in your cereal bowl, fella. Oh, I was just sleeping and I woke up, there's a fuselage up my asshole. What do I do with it? How do you know it's a fuselage, dude? How do you know? Maybe it's because it'll probably just, or maybe they'll say, let's go a little bit sideways, dude. Maybe you are finding pieces of aircraft that are unidentified in your backyard, and somebody's coming up to you and say, hand over that fuselage, man, and you're like, and you've never used that, you're in shock, sir. Maybe it's, pay attention, was it really a fuselage? Maybe it was, but maybe it wasn't. But maybe these reportings are just like, fine, they're regular reportings, just airplanes having issues, but God, I wish somebody found something in their backyard that was just like, oh, this doesn't look like a regular fucking, door handle. This doesn't look like a piece of Tesla. This doesn't look like a little, it's not a regular, it's not a regular gearbox. These are not, you can't shift this. This is not, these are not gas pedals. Whatever I'm finding in my backyard, in my, you just did laundry. You open up your dryer. Oh, what is this? You see something that's not particularly, it's not, if you see something is all I'm trying to say, that's like, questionable because it's been dented. If something crashes, it's going to be dented. It's going to be a little bit just deformed. And you're like, yeah, it could be a fuselage. Yeah, it could be, or it could be an alien arm, dude. You could have an alien penis up your ass right now, and they can come to you and be like, hand over this fuselage, dude. And you're like, this slimy piece of alien cack in my cheeks does not look like a fuselage, and there goes the news reports, man finds fuselage in his crack. So it could easily be a fuselage, but I am hoping for somebody to have something land on them, on their person, in their mouth, from outer space, so you can come out and be like, I don't know what this is. It feels good. It feels a little bit wrong. It feels naughty, but at the same rate, it's 2024. So it's like, we're all for it. We're supporting you. If you're out there and you've had a fuselage getting lodged in any crevice, in any little, orifice on your body, on your person, let us know. You're not alone out there. We're not alone out there. We're not alone in here. We're all in this together is all I'm trying to say. There's this plane, it's flying, we're on it, this is our plane, and the captain of this ship will stay on the ship through thick and thin, through, turbulence, through unforeseen events. Should a seagull go into the jet engine, this guy not phased. If we lose an engine, my God, the number of times I've lost an engine. Matter of fact, I don't feel comfortable flying if I don't lose an engine personally, because yes, regular flight is fun, regular flight is exhilarating, but let's give these people a good show. Let's get the people a little bit like, you come out of my flights, you're like, God, I feel like a newborn. You know what I mean? You start grabbing a random titty, start sucking on them, you get in trouble. Don't go around blaming it on me. You are a newborn, you got a new chance at life. Oh my God, I just had a near-death experience. Yes, you're welcome. You're welcome. Sure, I could get written up by, superiors, of course. Having said that, if the people want what the people want and the people speak their mouth, whatever their thought is, and they support a little turbulence, they support a loose engine. We lost an engine, but let me ask you this: did we not have fun? When those oxygen masks dropped, did your heart not just, go up a level? Did you not, the beats are fucking up there, dude? Yeah, sure, a couple of people had heart attacks, no big deal. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Get a pacemaker, don't be a little puss. Everybody else seems to have fun. Everybody else seems to have formed and forged new bonds and new relationships and a new appreciation of life. You're going out, I'm getting it, half your face is like limping to the side and you're like, I got a stroke because of this, loose engine. Whatever, dude, there's like 137 other people who are really, really happy about the whole experience and have given up addiction. Picked up a couple of new addictions because life is short, why not? Whatever your thing is, it just gives you a new kickstart. It literally lit a fire underneath your ass and you're like, let's go. As a matter of fact, now you take flights and you're like, I'm not getting on a flight unless we're losing an engine, dude. Because every time you get, now you're thrill seeking, man. Now you're just like an adrenaline junkie. Just because it happened on this guy's flight with this guy's plane doesn't mean that's going to happen on every flight, just because this pilot knows what he's doing with just one engine. Because that's the thing. Sometimes pilots be like, let me lose an engine. And all you do is just start circling around, man. You've seen it. You've seen airplanes just going around because that's what it is. It takes a experienced sailor to pilot takes an experienced pilot to pilot us. We're all a bunch of whatever, dude. We're on water or in midair, dude. This pilot knows what he's doing, or at least he will assure you that he is safe. And you're safe too. Your safety first, after mine. Again, pilots, way more rare than regular people. My safety is way more important than yours. And have some respect for because that's what it is, dude. If the captain goes down, then there's the co-pilot, of course. There's always co-pilot, but ask yourself this: if he or she was, why don't they just ride? Why don't they drive? Why aren't they out there piloting their own plane? If their piloting abilities are as good as the captain is piloting, then why don't they? But they're not. So, whatever. You might still be able to land and take off, but it's just not the same experience. And I'll say this as well. Should anything go awry, midair, in case of emergencies, I like to see, if we've got enough parachutes, I want you to relax. Strap a parachute on yourself, on your loved ones. But at the same time, it is still a flight, and I want you to have fun. If it's going down, lose a couple of clothing items. Get busy. You know what I mean? Skip first, second base. Go all the way. Go all the way. Nothing like the rush of a plane going down and you making sweet, sweet love before you pop out of the hatchet, dude. We'll open up the back door. We'll crack open a window, and you can just, after you come, of course. I want you to fully climax mid-air, one engine, and then hop out. Because that's what it is. A lot of people are like caught up in the whole. If you slow it down, you'll know there's so much time from the time that plane is like thousands of feet up in the air until it lands. There's so much time. You could nut 3 times. I've nutted myself just walking up the stairs to the plane a couple of times. So I'm just saying, timing is everything, because a lot of people panic and they're just like, oh my God, we're going down. Oh no, what are we to do? One, if you got your parachute, you're good to go. Second of all, most of the earth is water. Quit being a little bitch. All right, I'm tired of people like, what if it goes down mid-water? You should have thought about that when you decided to pick this planet and live on it, dude, because it's mostly water. There's so much water. We're wet. We're so wet. You land in water, you swim a little bit, you float a little bit on your back. Somebody will fucking, you'll see a jet ski fucking just pull up on your ass. Just ask for help. When you need it, ask for it. You see a little yacht coming up. All right? Get up there. Join the party. You never because that's the thing. One, it could easily be like worst day of my life, or it could lead to, oh my God, this Russian billionaire oligarch has just picked me up from a life-threatening circumstance or like, a near-death experience, and I now get to go party with my beautiful Russian/Ukrainian oligarchs and their hot models and their caviar. There's so much caviar. And 20 minutes ago, dude, you were mid-air worrying about a lost engine. An hour has gone by. Next thing you know, everybody's wearing friggin' Speedos, dude, because this is what we do, baby. Everybody's wearing Speedos. Everybody's getting lathered up. Everybody's shoving caviar down each other's throats. There's so much caviar going in your throat, dude. And you're not used to it. It's a little salty. It's weird. And you question yourself now at this moment. You're like, what else do I like? And that's fine. The point is, enjoy yourself. There's plenty of activities to do on this boat. Most of it is concentrated around sex, drugs, and mixing of the two. Probably a little bit of entertainment in terms of music and food, but that's just basically, if that's not live, love, laugh, I don't know what it is. And I think that's one thing that we could all take away from this experience. And being on this ship, being on this flight, not this, down the line, flights in general, do not panic. Water is wet. You will land safely, and as long as you can swim a little bit, you're good to go. And if you happen to be one of these fucking Debbie Downers who's like, I'm a little wet, then you're gonna just bring down the whole morale for the rest of the good folks who are trying to have a good time. All right, because as far as I'm concerned, one thing is we like wet things. Humans in general, men's, women's, we like wet things, which is why I'd like to introduce to everybody a new spanking brand new product, wet shoes. Let me ask you this, ladies and gentlemen, after I get a sip of this beautiful coffee over here. Excuse me for a second, may I? God. Introducing the all new, beautiful, brand new 2024 wet shoes. Did you walk around the city one time? Did you end up catching yourself outside in the rain or a lot of snow? Did you go knee deep in snow one time and then your shoes got wet and then you're like, man, all I do is walk around most of the time having my feet be dry and somewhat comfortable, I guess, but these wet shoes are way better. And so, which is why I thought about this. I'm like, people obviously like the experience of wet shoes, but they don't necessarily have the people are busy. You're working your 9 to 5, you're busy with your family, with your love life, with your career or whatever. You don't go around asking questions, how can I take what nature's providing for me for free, but also like make it a thing that I could have on demand? Well, that's where I come in, baby. That's where I come with the ideas. That's where I come with the connects. That's where I get wet shoes are the biggest craze. Let me ask you this. What was one of your favorite things to do as a child? Oh, mommy, it's raining outside. Take me out. Let me splish splash in the puddle right there. And mommy, what would mommy do? Mommy would probably, or daddy, whoever was around, or grandpappy, or your grandma, your aunt. So maybe, hopefully you had a guardian at one point in your life. Somebody took you out with a little raincoat and let you stomp in a puddle. How fun was that? Great. But now for adults, not only just for children, but for adults. But not only for adults who have to wait around for rain or precipitation, no more, no. Bringing you wet shoes, because I listen, because when I see people out there trying to have a good time and they're like, oh God, how do I get this experience? We make wet shoes wet all day, every day. And you step in these beds, your feet are sure, it might develop don't wear them too long. Will it get moldy if you wear it for 2-3 hours? Yes. Okay. Everything, you gotta enjoy everything within limits. Okay. But an hour walking around wet shoes, just, you're walking in New York and Tokyo and wherever, dude, in Taipei, wherever you're in Seoul and, Nairobi, you're like, oh man, these wet shoes are, and you start talking about it with your friends and family members. And all of a sudden, yes, you're walking in a modern day metropolis and it's a sunny day, but you all of a sudden get the feeling of moisture on your feet. How incredible, how wonderful, how satisfying. If you happen to get mold, fungi, if you happen to get toe fungus, don't go around again blaming us. We have a good product. It's been tested. Did people catch toe fungus? Very few, very few. Out of 100 people, less than half. Less than half is really good. We stand by our stats. But the rest of the people who didn't have toe fungus, who didn't catch pneumonia, who didn't pick up an extra, a blister or two, for the ones that were soldiers and were willing to, just have a good time, that's what they put down on the report after they were surveyed. We asked them, how was your experience enjoying these wet shoes? And everybody, majority of the people, less than half the people, out of 100, a good 30 to 40% came out saying, okay, fine. All right, about 10 people had a really fucking great time. And if 10 out of 100 isn't good, scaling that shit, because if like 10 out of, that's 100 out of 1,000, and 1,000 out of 10,000, that's a lot of people who are satisfied. Yes, you could obviously go, okay, fine. It was only 5 out of 100. All right, 5 out of 100 had a really good time experiencing walking around wet shoes. God, it's still scalable, really good. Think about it, wet shoes. Talk about it with your family and friends, because these things are just, we've sold out already, as a matter of fact. Don't try to get one right now, because you won't find any. You will not find any. Do not try to get any right now. And what did we learn from this little experiment? When you're collecting samples from groups, make sure that they are, bought and paid for, note to self, so that all of a sudden people aren't coming back with conditions that they've never had and are trying to sue. Jesus. So, you try to do something nice, but we knew this going in. And that's what it is. Sip to the gang. I like to say that, life is full of surprises. Always keep your head on a swivel. Always make sure to, drink lots of liquids. That's what I say. But also, like, maybe too much hydration is your problem. I don't know. You got to find balance. I think that's one of the keys to whatever it is. Keys. Now we're going motion sensors and just voice command. So it's it's now voice command of life. It's now think about it on, off, open. Just say open, and I think doors will open if you just try that. You don't need keys. I don't think you do anymore. Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're all, I hope you're, I hope you're wet. I hope you're genuinely, I hope you've never been wetter. And this is the podcast for you to get the most wetness from. This is the this is the most moist, wet podcast ever. Also the hardest. Fellas, if you want to get hard, stay hard, this is the podcast for you. Ladies, if you're like, I'm already really wet, how do I stay wetter? Give it time. But also if you're, we could create wet wipes for, ladies who like to stay extra wet. Why not? Just, instead of having to rely on regular puss juice to come in and like moisten up the situation, or so we could amplify the moistness by providing wet wipes. I don't think that's ever been a thing, wet wipes. We could just, for vages, exclusively for, of course, they could be used for other things too. But if you're feeling dry, just grab a wet wipe, just flick it a couple of times, or put it in, slide it in better, leave it in there. Is it good for your health? I don't know, but what we do is we make sure that you stay wet. For the fellas who are like, oh man, I wish I could stay hard and, maintain my, I don't ever want to get soft. I think if we just grab you and like inject you with enough, get a couple of needles, whatever, do we inject you with, some sort of formula that'll like make you stiff all the time? I'm pretty sure we could figure it out together. Because like, why go soft? If you could always be hard, why go soft? That's what I say. Little bit of just, little bit of like hardened gelatin or like, you know, something. You don't want like, I was thinking go just like pure cement. What if we just like pour cement in your cock and just be like, oh, this guy's always erect. We could do that, but then you might not feel anything, which is something that I'd like to be able to maintain for the audience. Feelings are important. So I don't want to just come in here and be like, we are going to stab your cock with a bunch of needles filled with cement. We could do that. You know, if people want it, we'll do it. If you want it, leave a comment. I won't do it personally, but we will have people come over and do it. As a matter of fact, if you watch these videos, and if that's what your heart desires, there will be people coming up to you, left, right, and center, stabbing your cock with a needle filled with cement. Maybe, if again, that's what you want. I don't ask questions. If that's what the audience wants, that's what the audience gets. Ladies want to be wetter, we make that. Ladies want to be drier. Maybe some ladies want to be dry. Just dry. Dry as we will take all the moisture away. If that's your thing. If whatever gets you going, whatever gets you coming as well, whatever makes you stay put, just remain calm, stay put. If it's dryness you're seeking, then dryness is what you'll get. But that's just what it is, ladies and gentlemen. I hope once again it is Friday. You're getting ready for you're getting ready for the weekend. And there's so many exciting events happening in and around the world. So many things occupying your mind. Altering your everyday life course and decisions. You're hearing things that are impacting your daily life on a regular basis. Like, is Taylor Swift a gay now? Is Taylor Swift a gay? That's one of the things that's been popping up. Taylor Swift is I don't need to introduce her. You all know everybody knows who Taylor Swift is. Is she a gay? Is she not a gay? How does that impact your life? How does it not impact your life? Why does it impact your life? Should it be of anybody's concern whether she is a gay or she is not a gay? Is she a full-blown gay? Maybe. Maybe she's not a full-blown gay. Does she still support a full-blown gay? Probably. I'm going to say yes. Does she support full-blown straight-up heterosexuals? Of course. Probably that's her thing. But maybe she wants to keep it private. Maybe she doesn't want to keep it private. Whatever it is. How does that impact your life? If she's maybe I don't know why this came up. I honestly don't know, but people were talking about it, and I've never personally heard. Like, I'm sure I can't tell you. I support all of it, like creative endeavors. I support, but there's everything for. There's not, there's something for some people. I'm not saying there's obviously, I'm not going to be like, there's an audience for it. There's a massive, huge audience for it. I'm not going to be like, it's great. I'm sure it's great. But I can't I can't name you a song. I can't sing a lyric of Taylor Swift's songs. That being said, speculation as to whether or not she eats box. Will that impact her audience, her demo? Will that impact, how does that impact? Well, I'll say this. If she's just reg hetero as is, cool. If she's eating box, then, maybe there'll be an uptick in eating box because like she's popular, very popular, then all of a sudden more people will eat box as a result. So maybe you will be directly or indirectly somehow, you might somehow get tangled up in this. I don't know. You might be like, oh man, I can't believe Taylor Swift's eating box. Now I gotta eat box because you're a Swiftie. That's what they call you. That's what you call yourself. There's a huge fan base that'll now, if she comes out as a gay, might just switch over and be like, if it's good enough for Taylor, it's good enough for Monica. If it's good enough for Taylor, it's good enough for Jazz. If it's good enough for Taylor, it's good enough for Kim. If it's good enough for Taylor, if it's good enough for Taylor, it's good enough for Melissa. If it's good enough for Melissa, it's good. No, if it's good enough, and that's what you do. Now you're eating box. She has that kind of pull. She has that kind of leverage. Not just her though. Like her is been popular for some time. It's a thing. She's very big. I don't need to tell you guys this. I don't need to tell you ladies. You already know. There are courses now being taught in universities about Taylor Swift, about about Taylor Swift. There's, you know, having said that, you should also, and that's where we're at right now. And that's where we're at right now. So universities we're doing, I think, colleges, universities, generally speaking, I think they're on the right track. Because like in terms of priorities, like everybody should take a couple of Taylor Swift courses and just, because if that's not teaching you basic life skills, I don't know what is personally. What are you after in terms of like when you go to college or university? What are you trying to get out of it? All right. If you're trying to get more than things that you could just randomly Google on your own time, I don't know what you're trying to get out of it. The point of this is, it's interesting. I do like the fact that, there are extremely popular things, and then there's things that are maybe, I don't even know what I was trying to say. The point is, ladies and gentlemen, let me get a sip of this. I'll say this. The media and entertainment. It's all for fun and games. It is all most of it is just for fun and games. Or is there more to it than that? Or is there more to it than that? Is there anything more to media than just fun and games? Perhaps. Molding, shaping the minds of the future, the next generations, or the current generations, through things that are popular, like music, like media, like movies, like entertainment in general. Could that be another aspect? Yes. I don't even know what I'm saying. I like tits, I'll say that. I'm in support of female vocals and vocalists. Whether they're eating box or not, I'll say this. I'll still remain just as dedicated to everything that I've been dedicated to. Should it come out that Taylor Swift is indeed eating box, or if she's not eating box, then right on. Should she later down the line in 10 years decide to eat box, I'm for it, dude. Ladies and gents, that's how it impacts my life. One thing that I'll say if she wants to say she eats box, you should let her say she eats box. If she wants to say she eats box, you know what I'm saying? If she goes down on that vertical smile every now and again, if she likes to, if she likes to make, if she likes to do the 69s with another lady, then that is her business. If she wants to share it, she should share it on her own time if she likes with her fans. I'm sure people will love it. And if it's not that, if she's just munching on red cock, just regular hetero cock, and she's just a regular hetero female, which is not to say that the other females are not regular female, but I'm just saying if she eats box, let her tell you if she wants to tell you. If she's just munching on cock, then she's just she's just like you and me. She's no different than you and me. Besides the fact that she can bring in the pull it's huge. Okay, so she's not like you and me, but we're very similar. All of us. Some of us more similar than others, but others are also, we're all one and the same. Literally, I sometimes look at myself and I, walk by a mirror, I'm like, what is that? Is that Taylor? I say that to I'm like, no, that is, I snap out of it. You're you. I say, I got to bring it back. I'm like, no, you're you. You are, so although we are all the same. So sometimes do I mistake myself for Taylor Swift while I'm walking around? If I catch a glimpse of myself in the mirror, maybe not, dude. Maybe not. Well, okay, fine. Probably not. But what else? What I'm trying to say is that, I don't even know what I'm trying to say. It is Friday. I hope you're having fun out there, whatever you're doing, whether you're boxing, whether you're relaxing, whether you're lounging, whether you're, getting down and dirty, whether you're getting up to clean up a little bit, whatever it is that you're doing. We hang loose. We have fun. Where can you find these videos? Every Wednesday and every Friday, as I said. So next time you're taking pills, next time you're trying to lose weight, next time you're wondering, should a piece of news alter my daily life and everyday decisions? Ask yourself, ask yourself where you can find these videos. And the answer to that question is on Instagram. You can follow me there Subscribe on YouTube for the full-length videos. Check out patreon.com/robsadri. In the meantime, have fun out there. I'll be back here again next week as per usual. Keeping it $1.50. Never more, never less. Okay, fine. Sometimes more, sometimes less. You never know. But just keeping it a buck. Keeping it a straight up buck, and nothing less than a buck. I'll say that. I'll stick with that. Until next time, your captain would like to say that, ladies and gentlemen, the seatbelt signs are still on, so keep your seatbelts on. We are preparing for a landing. Psych, dude. We've already landed. It's the end of the show. And if you paid attention, you'd notice that the seatbelt signs are actually off. So get off the plane, go enjoy your weekend, be good to yourselves out there, and I'll see you next week. Peace out.